Hello and good morning. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ebunoluwa. I am an educator with over 5 years of teaching experience. And yes, let's get into the business of today. Okay, so what do I believe are the most significant barriers to literacy the students face today? As an educator, I believe that literacy skills are really important in a child's life, in a student's life. It's really, really important to know how to read, to know how to write, and most especially to know how to communicate. But what are the barriers that students face today? Number one, we have limited access to books. We find out that in most schools today, in most communities, in most environments today, we don't have much books in these schools, like in the developing countries and developing areas. They do not have enough access to books, which I believe is limiting students. Okay, and then quality instructions. As an educator, I believe in giving out quality instructions to your students. Help them with good instructions. Let them read the instructions. Let them follow the instructions. So what happens when you don't have quality instructions? It becomes a barrier to how you read, to how you write, to how you approach questions, and to how you communicate. So we have supportive learning environment. Most students today do not have supportive learning environment, which is really not fair. Yes, I think all students should have a supportive learning environment. Educators, teachers, tutors should learn how to create a supportive learning environment. So these socio-economic disparities, which are limited access to books, quality instructions, and absence of supportive learning environment, can affect the way students learn. Is a major barrier. In fact, it is a significant barrier to literacy today. Okay, so the second question is, how can educators effectively identify students who are struggling with literacy? As an educator, as a teacher, how can you identify students who are struggling with literacy? Yes, many times I have students in my classroom who do not know how to read, who do not know how to write, or most importantly, who do not know how to communicate. So how do I effectively identify them? I do that through assessment. Yes, assessment is really important. By assessing your students, you know the strengths of the student, you know the weakness of the student. By observing the classroom behaviors, how do they behave in class, how do they respond to activities that they are given. Some students, once you give them reading activities, they are happy about it, while others are instantly frustrated. They do not want to do it. So by observing the classroom behaviors, by assessing the students, you can identify a child who is struggling with literacy. And when you do identify the child, what do you do to the child? Do you just leave the child and let the child keep struggling? No, you look for ways how you can help the child. Okay, so it's really important to assess your students. It's really important to observe your students in class, what they do, how they respond to classes, how they respond to activities, how they respond to the tasks given to them. Yes, so the third question is, how has technology influenced literacy education positively and negatively? Yes, technology has come and it has come to stay. It has made our life easier. It has made our work much better. So how has it influenced literacy education? Yes, there are some platforms now that are good, that are created for reading, for writing. It tracks their progress, it gives them activities, and you can they're personalized. Yes, so you can create your own activities on it. So that is a very beautiful thing. Yes, and I think it's a really good thing that these platforms are doing, creating phonics, like phonic sounds. Now we have apps for that. We have a lot of things that this students can do using technology, and then you just place them on it. The apps track their progress, it records their progress, and with time it gives them more complex things to do. They move from simpler tasks to more complex tasks, and I think it's a really beautiful thing. But what is the negative effect of it? Some platforms just they don't provide the activities fit for that child's age. Some platforms, you just find out that, oh, this activity is way higher, it's too much for this child, while some, this is too small for the child. This child already knows everything about maybe, for instance, let's use sound. This child already knows sound, it already knows how to blend sound, already knows all his phonics sound, all his jolly phonics sound from the first group of jolly phonics. Okay, this child knows everything. I want something more. Sometimes you find out that most of these technological apps do not have it. So what do you do in that case? Is that's a negative side to technology in influencing literacy education. Yes. So and so many of that. And how important is early intervention in addressing literacy challenges? Yes, I think early intervention is really, really, really important. It's good for a child to be exposed to reading very, very early. I love when I see children age 3, age 4 starting to read, starting to write. It's really, really good, and it helps them. It goes a long way and helps the children read. Okay. Yes, early intervention is very important. As an educator, I strongly believe in early intervention. Early intervention is so important. Creating a supportive learning environment for students is so important. Carefully observing your child in class, carefully observing your students in class, it's really important. Assessment is really important. Carrying parents along while teaching these children is very important. And why observation is very important is because once you observe a child, there are some children that have ADHD, dyslexia, and other disorders. So you know how to support the child once you have diagnosed the child. Okay, this is this child's problem, so you know how to effectively administer attention, know what is good for this child, know what works for each child. I keep saying, do not use the one size fits all. No, every child is unique, every student is unique. So you should find, as an educator, your work is to identify the unique path of each child and then take that child on a very beautiful journey. Yes, the way you teach student A is different from the way you teach student B. Make it personalized, make it fun for them, make it interactive, make it engaging, and above all, you are there as a tutor, as an educator, to impart knowledge. Yes, you're supposed to impart knowledge in them, make them feel that yes, they can do this and they should be able to do this. Okay, so identify the barriers, basically you should just support, give quality instructions, support them, use technology. Yes, a lot of platforms, a lot of things you can do to support this child. It's really, really important. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for your time. I do not take you for granted. I hope that we've learned something, and in our classrooms, whether or online, we can use these ways. We can do a lot. Yes, as educators, there's a lot work to be done, and so I really hope we change our mindset, we change the way we approach these students, and we help them. Most importantly, we help them to become better individuals, to become better students. And yes, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful. Thank you. It's so good to meet you. Goodbye.